Like a lot of people ask me these questions, should you use Advantage Plus shopping campaign? Now, if you asked me this question about 6 months ago, my answer would definitely be a no. I wouldn't say it's not stable, but I think a lot of things are not in place yet. Of course, one of the most important thing has been the data attribution, because one of the things that Meta has not been doing really well is attribution, as in if you have e-commerce business, especially if you have Pixel and Conversion API setup, you know that we always have some mismatch in terms of the real data and the data that has been shown on the ads manager and the events manager. And Meta has been having this closed door policy where they don't work with external parties and all to improve their data attribution, which is actually not good, because when they don't have a very good attribution, especially back then we had this iOS 14.5 issue where we lost a lot of data coming from the iOS devices and all. That makes the whole really attribution and optimization getting a lot weaker. Although this thing has been solved over the years, but Meta really needs to do a little bit more. So over the 1 or 2 years, Meta has been implementing and launching a lot of integrations and new tools and features in terms of like trying to improve the data attribution. So basically, I would say the algorithm has done so much, has improved so much, and now it's actually doing better. So if you ask me now, should you use Advantage Plus shopping campaign? My answer is yes, provided a few things. First, you must have your Meta, Pixel, and Conversion API set up properly on your website. First, that's the first thing. And if you can, tag the value coming back, not just the conversion. Make sure the value is being tagged as well. Now, if you have the tool to integrate with Google Analytics, which is now being launched to certain users only, do that so that it would actually even improve the data attribution coming back into your Pixel and Conversion API. So that would actually help Meta learn better about your audience who are likely to purchase and of greater value conversion for you. Now, the second thing you need to have here is you must have been running your ads or getting conversion for a while. You're not a new website. If you're a new website, I would say you probably should still go through the what do we call the conventional setup, the manual setup campaign, because that gives you a little bit more control. Because as you know, the Advantage Plus shopping campaign, it's like you completely give away all the audience control and stuff like that, right? So you're actually getting the Advantage Plus or getting the algorithm to really do everything for you. I actually don't like that initially, because I don't like not to have control. But yeah, recently what I did was, I actually launched a few Advantage Plus campaign with my client, and they are doing really great here. So why are they doing great? I was giving you a few things, right? Conversion API and Pixel set up properly with values tagging. Second thing is you must have been getting conversions all this while you're not a new website. And the third thing that I really think is quite important here is you must have the winning creative in place. I mean, you don't come in and let Advantage Plus to test for you. I mean, in my opinion, it's not that perfect yet. So what we did was we were actually using the winning creative that we actually derived from the manual campaign to set up Advantage Plus campaign, and immediately it gets better. So that's what happened to us. So all these things has to be in place. And of course, the last but not least, I think you still need to have your retargeting campaign running. I think it's actually still very important to have your retargeting campaign running, because based on our observation with Advantage Plus, although it's actually doing better, expect totally different CPM. You may have higher CPM because theoretically the audience should be more expensive to reach. And second thing is you may not have as good CTR as before, but overall what we observe is we get better conversion, as in like conversion from landing page view to add to cart to conversion, everything is better. So assuming if it's really done by the audience, the AI, they are bringing us better audience. That's a really important key. But we do observe the frequency to be at the lower side. So that's why we still maintain a retargeting campaign, which is still getting us great results. So I think the whole thing is really balanced. So that's why designing the strategy become a critical thing over here. You need to know what are the things that you should put in place and what are the things you should consider when it comes to setting up the campaign. So it may take some time, maybe a few weeks building up before you launch Advantage Plus shopping campaign, but you need to have the structure and skeleton ready first. So yeah, that's really something that you should consider. But then again, if you need help in terms of like understanding the latest changes when it comes to meta advertising and understanding trying to understand what is the Meta Ads strategy, how do we design a strategy, and how do we build a strategy for e-commerce business and lead gen business, and how do we scale and optimize. So these are all the things that I discussed in Meta Ads Blueprint 2025. So it's I think it's at the moment it could be growing because I do have some module that I want to add in. I won't promise anything, but then again, this is the 4-hour, 8-module Meta Ads training that compile all the things that I learned in the past 1 year. I mean, in 2024 itself, I have coached and guided more than 1.5 million US dollar in ad spend. That's what I actually learned, and I put it into the Meta Ads Blueprint so that you can actually learn, cut short the learning, right? So yeah, it gives you the latest updates, latest tactics and techniques, latest strategy formation, tactics and methods, my framework of building strategy, and step-by-step walkthrough, setting up the campaign based on a strategy that we built. And of course, analytics, scaling and optimization. Those are all the things that we discuss in Meta Ads Blueprint. Yeah. So if you are running ads on Meta and you want to really stay ahead of your competition, this is where you need to be. Okay. And of course, every time I talk about my courses, there will be people asking, Jason, can you just set it up for me? I trust you. But I don't have time to learn and try and error myself. Would you be able to just, put in whatever you have learned in the past of many years and set it up for me? So yes, I do take a handful of clients every month. And what I do is I will design your Meta Ads strategy, as in like in the first discussion or over Zoom, we will talk about your KPI, your goals, and we will also look at what are the creative that we should actually design for the top of funnel retargeting. How many retargeting we should have? Some of my e-commerce clients can have up to 15 retargeting ad sets because it's necessary and it's totally profitable if we do it right, all right? And of course, we will do the strategy, budget distribution, the skeleton setup and stuff like that. And I will also give you recommendation if there are certain things that we can actually try to optimize on the landing page. So those are the few things that we do. And, after the first call, you go on and do your content planning and stuff, and on the second call, when everything is ready, I will be setting up the campaign with you, for you, over a Zoom call. Everything will be recorded. We will talk about, why I use this tool, why I do not use this feature, why do I actually do these settings this way and stuff like that. So everything is recorded. You can actually use it for your internal training. So those are the things that we do. But yeah, so if that's what you want, like I said, I only take a handful of clients every month. Scan this QR code. Let's schedule a discussion over a Zoom call, quick one, and see if you're a good fit to work together. Otherwise, I'll point you to the right place to achieve whatever you need to achieve.